Welcome to Jets Country's Draft Prospect Series. We'll be bringing you a position-by-position look at the 2023 NFL Draft in the days leading up to the event, which will kick off on April 27th in Kansas City. My guest today is none other than NFL Draft Bible founder Rick Serritella. Rick, welcome to the show. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about quarterbacks. And obviously, with Aaron Rodgers coming to town, the Jets don't need a starting quarterback in the short term. But I don't think anyone thinks Rodgers is a long-term answer. So maybe there are some developmental prospects the Jets want to look at in this year's draft.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Ralph. They're going to ride the Aaron Rodgers train till the wheels fall off. And you heard Rodgers go on the Pat McAfee show and say, hey, it's just compensation at this point that's holding up the deal. Green Bay in no rush to get the deal done. Eventually, I do believe it will get done. You know, listen, I don't think the Jets are going to invest a draft pick only having 6 selections into a developmental quarterback. That's what Zach Wilson is supposed to be. Okay, but I think that kind of has run out of momentum in New York. And hey, you keep Zach Wilson around just in case Rodgers goes down. Maybe he recoups some draft stock and you can pawn him off down the road. I don't think he's the Jets' developmental quarterback. Chris Streveler, with all due respect, who I love very, very much, I don't think he's the long-term starting quarterback. Now, if they wanted to look at a guy, Ralph, I'll tell you what, this Clayton Tune out of Houston, maybe he gets drafted late rounds, maybe he goes undrafted, but he would be a guy I would want to bring in, maybe sack on the practice squad, let him sit behind Aaron Rodgers and observe. And I'll give you one other guy, this Lindsey Scott out of Incarnate Ward. Coach G.J. Kinney, good friend of the show. I mean, he rants and raves. We had him out in Pasadena at the NFLPA Bowl. He is the reincarnation of Charlie Ward. Charlie Ward probably came out about 30 years too early for the NFL draft. Lindsey Scott is that guy, and that would be another guy I would just want to maybe stash on my practice squad, see if I could work with and develop for a year or two.
Now, Lindsey Scott, of course, the Stats Perform Walter Payton Award winner. Of course, that goes to the top offensive player in the NCAA FCS football championship subdivision. And Lindsey Scott was someone who you got to see out at the NFLPA Bowl. Rick, I know you're an advanced scout for that all-star game out in Pasadena. Was there anyone else at the NFLPA Bowl in terms of quarterbacks who may be worth a late-round flyer or maybe undrafted free agent who the Jets can come in and have be a third quarterback this year?
Yeah, I think Malik Cunningham is a guy out of Louisville, kind of showed that arm strength, has to reel in the accuracy a little bit, but that dual threat mobility that a lot of NFL teams look for. Not sure if he fits the Jets scheme, but he was probably the other standout guy that I really liked in Pasadena, but that would be also a developmental guy. Hey, maybe he gets drafted, maybe he doesn't, maybe he's in Jets training camp.
All right, so there you have it from Rick Serritella. Quarterbacks the Jets may want to look at in the 2023 NFL draft. We know Rodgers is coming to town. He's going to hold it down in the short term, but maybe Joe Douglas and company take a look at a developmental prospect at the end of this month. That was Rick Serritella from NFL Draft Bible. I'm Ralph Ventry from Jets Country. Thanks for watching our Jets Country Draft Series.